Well, hey guys, it's time for me to tell you finally what I finished in April and May. All right, so let's get into this. Let me move this around a little bit. Okay, I'm going to hope and pray this will not topple over. Fingers crossed. Okay. It's been a long day. It is Sunday. And I have not posted an actual this type of video in quite a while. So, to get started, let me show you what I have completed. I had a carrot cake, and I can't remember what the name of this is. They don't make it anymore. It's discontinued. It's got sparklies in it. Oh, and I wish I could remember what it was called. But anyway, I finished 2 pairs of gloves, fingerless gloves. I like these. Can you guys see the sparklies? Oh, you can see the sparklies. Okay. So I had some extra yarn, and I knew I didn't have enough to make probably the hat that I'm fixing to show you. So I knew I had enough to make, because you don't need as much yarn to make the gloves. So I ended up having enough to make 2 sets of fingerless gloves. So I got that done. And then with that same yarn, I made an ear warmer or a headband, whatever you want to call it. And I also made a cat head. You guys may have seen the picture on this already. If you haven't made this before, it's really simple. You just work in the round and then don't decrease at all. In fact, at the top, I kind of increased a little bit just to make it flare out. So when you put it on, it does become cat-like ears. And then you just stitch it across and turn it inside out. And so I made a cat beanie. And that was with leftover scrap ball yarn. I didn't know what I could make with it, but I sell my gloves for $15. And I sell my hats for $10 to $12 depending on the material. Because that was a discontinued yarn and that's a cat hat, I'll probably go ahead and sell it for $10. And then I had another ball of scrap yarn. I believe this was maybe a 5-weight. It's really pretty. I believe it's a bluish turquoise. You guys will have to tell me because I can't really see. This is my go-to stitch whenever I'm making ear warmers or headbands. I'll measure around my head. So I'll do about 24 to 25 inch chain, depending on the stitches and the type of yarn that I use. But measuring it out, I'll usually measure out roughly between 24 and 26 inches because it stretches. I will connect the chain. I will do a single crochet around. Then I will do a double crochet around. With the double crochet around, I will do front post, back post, about 4 rounds. And then I will finish with a single crochet around up at the top. And that's my go-to for everything that I do as far as like my ear warmers. Most of them are like that. People seem to enjoy those. So I made that. I finished a Starburst Granny tote clutch. There's that. And how I did this was I stitched 2 extra rows after I put the 4 panels together. I went around 3 sides continuously back and forth for 2 rows on both panels. Then I stitched the 2 panels together so that it would have a little bit of width to the bag. And then I did the band for the top, or rather strap, not the band, the strap. And then I did a reinforced cross there, and I went around and I did a reinforced. So this sucker's not going anywhere. It's in there tight. I am going to do a lining for this. Oh, and then after I did that, after I put in the strap, I did go around 2 rows of single crochet, or 3 rows of single crochet, just to reinforce the top. And I am going to put a lining in that. So there's the handbag for that. Then I did complete the mess up that I did with the sunflower. I apologize for the delay, and I don't edit very well with the vision thing. But so I did finish the because, you know, I told you guys I thought this was green, and my daughter had to tell me it was gray. So it's gray. So it's supposed to be sunflower, and I was supposed to do green. But I did finish it. It's pretty big. I am going to still line it. In fact, I got some sunflower pattern material before Joann's went out of business. And that's what I'm going to line it with. It's a real pretty sunflower pattern. But it's got green in it, not gray. But anyway, so what I did with this one is I did a panel of 4 for the front and the back. And then a panel of 2 on the sides. And then just 2 plain ones on the bottom with some dark green. I did end up adding green to it. And then I did a strap, and how I did the strap was I did it back and forth, and I stitched it together to make it thicker, more sturdy, and pinched it together, and you can see where it comes together right there. And again, I reinforced it with the crisscross just like I did, only this time I did it on the outside. I think it looks pretty. I attached the handle there. And I did a loop for a closure and a sunflower button, or a flower button. And the flower actually has gray, and the button has actually gray in it. So it loops around there for more security for the closure. But I am going to put a lining in this one. So that is done. I'm happy with how that turned out. And I do have squares that I'm going to be finishing the sunflowers with actual green. Somebody will like the gray. You guys told me it didn't look bad. My daughter said it didn't look bad. So now this, I did not finish. I finished the bag. I didn't finish the handle. And then I still have to do a lining for it. But I did it differently as far as the bottom and the sides. So here's what the starbursts look like. It's shades of blues and greens. I alternated the blues. And how I did this was kind of playing around. My yarn's going to fall out. I did, see this is the side panel and then the bottom panel as well. And what I did with this was I created a strap. I could not get the strap sizing the way I wanted it because I started out where it was flush here. And you can see where I did a slip stitch to join on both sides, to join them together. It looks really pretty. I like how it's defined. You see that? Yeah. On the front and the back. And then on the bottom, let me pause you for a second. I got a joke. All right. I had an epic fail. I do not have this on a regular tripod, which I should put it on a regular tripod. This is on one of those little towers that's got the hooking to it, and it's top heavy when you put your phone in. Like I said, when I've told you guys before about the concepts of some of these phone holders when you're filming is a good idea, but in hindsight, they're all top heavy. And it would be great if the phone didn't waste a damn much. Anyway, as I was saying, I started out with it being flush here on both sides, but I had extra on this side. And what I saw in a pattern once, the concept is you make a complete circle so that you have the handle up at the top when you attach the sides to it, and then that way you don't have to judge whether you've got enough on either side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my yarn, and this is a rough yarn. I want to say it's Craft Smart's Never Enough. They discontinued it. It was a huge bolster. I think it was like a pound or a pound and a half of yarn, and I got it for $5. Michael's was having a sale. This was years ago. Like I said, I'm working on with my stash. This was years ago, and I tried to go see if I could find it. And if you try to get it now, I think it's like anywhere from $18 to $22 a skein. At the time, I got them for $5 a skein, but you had to purchase them in packs of 3. They came in bags of 3, and I stocked up. I think I got like $100 worth of yarn back then. So that's what I'm kind of working with. Anyway, so yeah, so now I've got to make the strap to go across, and I'm thinking I might fold it like I did the other one, fold it in half. Oh, let me put this in here. Fold it in half and then whip stitch it to reinforce it. I think that'll be nice. But so yeah, so I've got to I haven't really completed this one. So this one I need to work on. So I'm going to set that one aside because it was in with the stuff that I was going to show you guys for what I did for April and May. Now I did complete some sweaters. Like I need more sweaters, right? This one is so soft, so nice. I don't know if you can see. Yeah. It's really nice and heavy. And I just did the sleeves kind of loose. I did do the front post, back post just to finish it off and taper it a little bit. But, and then I always do the collar. It smells good too. Front post, back post for the trim. And then I've told you guys in the back, I don't just put the 2 panels together like it usually people will go ahead and just stitch 2 panels together. I will do 2 rows on both sides. You cannot see where it connects, which I really like. So you can't really see where it connects. Let me cover up the microphone. I do 2 rows on either side, and then I'll do a granny stitch back and forth all the way from the bottom up so that it's seamless. I do that also whenever I am putting the pieces together when I'm stitching my sleeves. It's seamless. So I do a granny square, which is 3 double crochet on one side in the hole, and then 3 double crochet on the other side in the hole, and back and forth. I do that all the way back and forth until I get to the end, and it makes a seamless shoulder and a seamless back. Oh, that would be my daughter. She's hem-hawing me. I'm going to have to go check and see what her message is. So I finished this sweater, and let me see what she's wanting, and then I'll show you the other ones that I finished. All right, she just wanted to let me know that she's going to hang out with a friend after work. She's working today. She usually works only to about between 2 and 3 on Sundays because all they do is pack up orders to ship. It's online sales. It's the company that I did work for. She currently works for, who I wanted to go back to work for, but they don't have any work for me to do. I'm limited on what I can do anymore anyway. But let's get back into what I have for you. I have 2 more sweaters. I have rainbow. Oh, I need to get these in the shop because this is Pride Month. Somebody may want these sweaters. So this is one of the rainbow sweaters I did. And I did it in the same fashion as the other one. This one is lighter though. This one feels lighter. I did the sleeves the same as far as the seamless stitching up at the top. But look at those colors. Aren't they beautiful? So pretty. And then the sleeves, I just left open. I did 5 more rounds for the sleeves, but I just left it to where it would just be drapey. Do you know what I mean? Drapey. I did do, where are you? I'm so confused. I can't find the front. There's that. Okay, here's the front. I did do my front bows, back bows for my trim, and that turned out really pretty. But I was going to put my arm in one of the sleeves to show you what I'm talking about. You've seen these before. That's how most people have these. It's just drapey. You see it? It's just open. But the colors are so pretty for the rainbow colors. And then, so yeah. I don't know if the camera's picking up how beautiful these colors are. So pretty. And then I did the back the same way. I try to do that for all my sweaters, is the backs the same way. I'll just put that aside. Okay, so that's a vibrant rainbow colors. This is a pastel rainbow colors. It's a smaller one. So here's this. And I'm probably going to do a TikTok on these so that I can showcase them on my TikTok channel. And I did that the same. But I did do the sleeves different on this one. On the sleeves, I did do like a regular sleeve so that it'll be kind of puffy. But I like the pink and the purple. I think that's purple. You guys will have to tell me. Like I said, let me turn this off. Maybe that'll make a difference. If you can see the color. Well, I'm right in front of a window. 2 windows. There's one window behind me and one window in front of me. But anyway, so the sleeve I did taper. And I did do the trim on that. But this one is a little bit smaller than that one. But this is the pastel rainbow colors. So got to get those out and get the measurements on this. So that's what I have actually completed. I have a lot of stuff that I've started. I'm going to do a separate video for that, so this one won't run too long. I'm trying to keep them under 30 minutes, but I am trying to get my views up. So I've got to work on getting these out there for sale. And then I started another project this week, guys. I know y'all are saying, Leisha, finish what you started first. I know. I see a yarn and go, ooh. Y'all ever do that? If you have extra stash, do you ever look at a yarn and go, ooh, I can make this? Or, ooh, what about this? But I think you'll be happy with the one that I started. I really like the V-stitch on it. It's going to be a sleeveless sweater. And it's lightweight. It's a cotton acrylic blend, but it's like 60-40, I want to say. I'll have to look at it. It's the Alert Baltic or Batik. Alert Batik by Ice Yarns. And I went and looked at how much they are. It's an 8-pack for 50 ounce or 50 gram skeins. They're about this big. And I went and looked, and I want to say, when I looked it up the other day, because I thought about getting more, but I can't shop. Number one, I'm unemployed, and I'm waiting for my disability to come through. And number two, because I can't afford it. I was just curious, put them in the cart, it's a window shopping type thing online. So it was $11.99 for an 8-pack, which is not bad. When you consider when you make a sweater or you make things out of it, you're going to make your money back and then some, right? But, or to give as a gift, it's a very nice, it does have that cotton feel. It's really nice. It's airy, perfect for summer wear. But when I got mine, I want to say, okay, it stopped on me. But yeah, so when I show you the stuff that I am in the process of making, my whips, my current UFOs, which is unfinished objects, I'm going to show you some of those and probably post that later in the week, so that this one isn't too long. But I hope you guys are having a great day. There is a fabulous giveaway going on right now. Please go check that out. It's I don't have it on a playlist, but I believe I posted it around the 4th or the 5th. yeah, but anyway, so go check that out. It is open to the US only. I apologize until I get monetized. That's all I can do because shipping's on my credit card, so is what I'm shipping. But anywhere in the US you can enter, and just go check that out, and the rules and everything are in there on how to enter. If you get a chance, give this a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, consider it. I got 44% of my viewers are not subscribers, so please subscribe. And hit the notification bell so that you can get notifications anytime I post a video. Of course, some of you told me that you don't get the notifications, so I guess you'll just have to come back and check, and maybe it'll pop up on your feed somewhere. Hopefully. I know I've been posting a lot of the shorts here lately, but yeah, so I'm glad you stuck with me and you listened to me all the way through. Giveaways going on till you can enter till midnight on the 19th. I will have the drawing on the 20th. And of course, you know, there's a bunch of extra goodies that I'm going to show you on the 20th that's going to go in that package. So good luck to all of you participants. And my response to this one is it keeps getting better. My responses are they've been increasing. And I want to take a shout out to Crystal, the Yarny Chicken and Crazy Cat Lady. Thank you so much for sending people my way. They have left comments to let me know that you are the one that sent them over to my channel, and I'm trying to get out there more. I wish I could do lives. I'm thinking of a way of how I can do a live. I'll explain all that in the future to you guys on how I think I can manipulate being able to do them with my eyesight, because as it is on my phone, I cannot respond because I can't read them. In order for me to read them, it has to be like this far away from my face, and I have to have these on because I only see out of the one eye, and I have to dart my eyes back and forth in order to see all the letters because of the blind spot in the middle of this eye. It's a big to-do. So yeah, so hopefully I can get this worked out and I have an idea on how I can do this. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys more about that in the future. I'm going to finish my iced coffee, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you soon, and let me know what you think. And if you're interested in any of these things, let me know. I'll talk to you soon. Y'all keep it real. Peace out.